everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's been a while since I made a video. It's been like a month, but I'm back and I'm better. I hope everybody's week is going good, day, week, month. I hope everything is good. This video, we are going to be talking about how to get over a breakup. So the first thing I want to say, your relationship is kind of like the center, not of everything in your life, but relationships are a big part of your life. And when you and a person is used to doing things together, when you guys break up, it's like, what do I do now? So my first advice, it would be find new hobbies. Find what you like to do. I feel like that is so important because now you are a independent person. You are no longer in a relationship, so now it's time to really focus on yourself and find what you like. It could be going to the gym. I'm telling you, going to the gym after a breakup, the gym be hitting a little different. I'm trying to tell you, going to the gym is really a good motivation hobby because, like I said, you're used to doing stuff with your partner, so now it's like, now I gotta do this on my own, or obviously go out with friends so you can find your own individuality. It helps because you're not so focused on a broken heart and staying in the house doing nothing and worrying about how your heart just got broken. Go find some hobbies. I'm trying to tell you. The next thing I want to say is connect with God. This is probably the number one. I should have said this first, but connecting with God is like the number one thing that you need to lean towards to when you are going through a rough time. I always leaned on God because I knew God was the only one who was going to get me through this. I know venting to, you know, your girlfriends or venting to whoever you need to vent to, that's cool and all, but God is going to be your number one. He will never fail you. He will always be there when times get rough. He will always make sure you get through that storm with him. Not alone, but with him. Go to church if you have to. Write to God. Even if you have to speak to God out loud, do that. I'm telling you, any problems that you have or anything that you're going through, talk to God. God is going to be your number one. I'm trying to tell you, lean towards God. God will always be there for you. He will literally help you get through it. He will send you signs and synchronicities that you're on the right path or what you're doing is the right decision. Everybody has their own relationship with God, so it's really important for you to connect to God in your own way so he can help you through this hard time. My next advice would be is go to therapy, or you can write your feelings out. I mentioned this back in a couple of videos when I did the New Year. I forgot what the video is called. But anyway, if the relationship was so traumatic that you feel like you need to go to therapy, I would recommend doing that because breakups can really take a toll on you. A lot of people don't talk about it, but let's talk about it. Relationships can really take a mental toll on you. And some people don't have nobody to be there for them to help them get through it. So I would recommend going to therapy, or what I did is I got a journal where I write all my feelings and what I'm thinking. I write it all out because if I keep it in, I probably would explode, literally. I feel like it's really important to write how you're feeling out, and it's okay if it's really negative. It's okay because you're gonna have negative thoughts. Your feelings is gonna be up and down. 1 minute you healing, 1 minute you crying. Your emotions really fluctuates a lot after a breakup. Make sure you're checking on yourself mentally like every day after a breakup because you never know just what might come up. Like, even if you're feeling a little bitter, even if you're feeling jealousy, even if you're feeling emotional, it's like those feelings are just as important, whether it's negative or positive. Make sure you journal it. Another good reason is to journal everything during your breakup, not because you're going through it, but also because when that phase is over, you can look back and be like, wow, I really got through this. Not only that you grew from it, but you overcame it. You overcame something that you thought you never can get over. So you gotta get these feelings out somehow, some way. You can't have these feelings and a bunch of emotions pent up and stored in your body, or any resentment against that person stored up in your body, because it's gonna take a toll on you eventually. It's gonna just build up, and then eventually you're gonna explode somehow, some way. Next thing I wanna say is, and this might ruffle a little feathers, but don't let it, because this is the truth, okay? I get that some people need closure because they wanna feel like, I don't know the word for it, but they wanna feel that sense of why. Like, why did it happen? Why did you do this? Sometimes you don't need closure from a person. Once they show you what they showed you in that relationship, or why they did what they did, even if you don't know why they did what they did, is like, and you want closure, they showed you. Action is enough. I'm trying to tell you, when somebody show you who they are, and like you just continue to think like, why? Like, what did I do to you to make you do that to me? Like, sometimes you gotta say fuck the closure. It's no point, because either way they did what they did, and it doesn't matter why they did it, because they already did it. They didn't care. Even if after they apologize, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. Even if you do get closure, that still doesn't justify of why they did what they did. It doesn't justify it. Like, they did what they did, and it is what it is. Sometimes people still keep in contact with people because they want closure from that person. And then, like I said, and it's like, even if you do get the closure, they still did what they did. The damage is done. You can't put the pieces back together. And even if you do get closure from that person, yeah, it might be healing in a way. That doesn't mean, all right, let me go back to what hurt me. Sometimes it's just good to just move on and just know that whatever reason why it didn't work out, or that person did what that person did, sometimes it's just best to leave it as a mystery, because at the end of the day gotta end. So no, I'm just kidding. But at the end of the day, we all gotta just move on. It's okay if I didn't know the reason why, but God knows. And just know that God has a plan for you. And don't ever feel like you need closure from a person just to move on. No, just move on. And I also want to say is, accept the fact that things ended the way it ended and move on. And I know it's better said than done, but I feel like you can get stuck on like, why did it end this way, or why this, why that? And sometimes it have to end that way for you to move on, because if it ended in a perfect way, or a way that you would have expected to end, you probably would have never actually moved on. It probably had to end either, I don't know, bad or good. I don't know, whichever way it ended that you didn't expect it to end. Sometimes it has to end that way in order for you to actually move on in your life. Especially when the damage is done. Especially when there's nothing left to give in a relationship and it just ended the way it ended. Be okay with that and just move on. No need to, like I said, get closure or try to put pieces together in your head. Or gotta move on eventually. You will find better. See, this next topic, I actually seen people talk about it on TikTok, but it was how people keep their exes close with them and carry it on into the new relationship. So, I cannot lie. At first, I was with this opinion when I was a little younger, because I'm like, his clothes don't got nothing to do with my current relationship, so it don't matter if I keep it. But honestly, now that I'm more aware of a lot of things now, and I'm more aware with energy, clothes hold energy. Everything holds energy. After a breakup, you should get rid of every single thing that person got you. When it comes to their clothes, gifts. If the gift is expensive and you don't want to get rid of it, honestly, I understand. I understand, especially if it's a nice purse, some nice shoes, shoot. I understand if you don't want to get rid of it. I don't know if you guys are familiar with like energy. I know some people is, some people are not, but try to understand me, okay? I feel like energy is in everything. I feel like you should just get rid of that person things, because not are you holding on to their energy in a way. When you open that drawer or see that thing that person got you, it's like you're gonna automatically think of them, because it's like, where did you get it from, you know? And if you don't think of them, cool. Like if you really just don't care because you just look at it, oh, it's just clothes, it's just this. But me, if I have my ex's things still in my presence, I'ma think of him. That's just me. But if you're not that person, then, you know, cool. But I'm talking to the people who do think of a person when they look at their stuff. Just like if a family member died and they give you, this is just sunscreen by the way, they give you a bracelet. Pretend this is a bracelet, right? Every time you look at this bracelet, you would think of the person that passed away, because like that person gave it to you and it means a lot to you. So that's just what I'm saying. It holds energy from that person, and I just feel like just get rid of it. It's okay if you have to start over. Just know that God will bless you with more. Don't be afraid to start over with new things. If that situation is done, let it be done in all areas of your life. You gotta eliminate everything of that person, because that person is no longer in your life. And then when you get into the new relationship, you could just start over. And then when you start over, you could get your new partner's stuff, you know? You don't need to hold on to your partner's clothes or hold on to this, because it's just an energy thing. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that anymore. One thing about me, I'm gonna get rid of it, okay? Unfollow and block your ex on social media. Please do this. I feel like this is very important for your mental, because I feel like following your ex and keeping up with what your ex doing, it's like, it kind of drives you crazy. And let's not pretend like it doesn't. Anything that person posts, you're going to be wondering, what is that person doing, or why are they posting this? And it's like, it kind of drives you crazy. So my best opinion is just to unfollow or block. I love blocking people. Oh my gosh, if blocking wasn't invented, I don't know what the fuck I would do. So even if you have to block your ex-partner from your social media for you to actually move on and live the life you need to live, please do that. It's very important. Even if y'all didn't end on bad terms, sometimes I feel like blocking him temporarily or unfollowing him for the moment, just so you can heal in peace, is very important, because you do not need to be keeping up with that person is doing. It's gonna drive you crazy. Even if it don't, okay, cool. If you don't really care that much, cool. You're always gonna wonder, what is that person doing? Why are you posting this? Who is this girl following you? Why is this girl commenting under your picture? Why are you communicating with? And it's just like, it drives you crazy. So for your peace and sanity, please unfollow each other, at least until you guys move on. And then maybe in the future, y'all probably can follow each other again once the dust is settled. But while you're going through that breakup process, unfollow each other. Next, I want to say is not having access to each other. Obviously, if y'all don't have kids, not talking to each other at all. If you have kids, obviously that's a little different. But I'm talking about to the people, y'all don't have kids, y'all don't have anything keeping y'all together. Really important to not talk to that person at all, especially when you're trying to heal from that relationship. I feel like keeping in communication with that person is like, I feel like keeping tabs on a person that no longer together is like, I expect for you to reach out to me, and it's vice versa, or I expect for us to be talking. I feel like when you still have access to a person after a breakup, it's like y'all still expect something from each other. Even if y'all be like, oh, I just want to be friends, that's cool and all, but just know, being friends with somebody you just broke up with and they wind up doing something, or I don't know, talking to another female, or having a sexual relationship with another female, and y'all just friends, and whole time you still got feelings for him because y'all still talking. I don't know the word for it, but it's just too much of this. And it's like, you cannot fully heal from that person if you're still in communication with them. So my advice would be cut all ties with them. Block them, delete their number, all that. Delete everything. After a breakup, that person should not exist within your world anymore. You have to literally get rid of everything. Sometimes it's not good to reach back out when they reach out, because sometimes it just be no reason to. Because one thing about guys, and I'm sorry to the guys if guys are watching this, one thing about guys, they will spin that block. They will spin a block. And what I mean by spin a block, usually when this happens, it's really not good to reach out, because they spin a block because they want to see if they still have access to you, or they want to probably get back with you or get back cool with you. And sometimes that's not necessary. Like, sometimes it's okay to just move on, especially when you know that person or y'all being in a relationship or situationship is not good for you. Just don't even respond. I know sometimes not responding, you might think, dang, this might be hurting him, or me not responding, is this person gonna look at me a certain way? And you gotta just say, fuck it. It is what it is. You gotta put yourself first. You gotta put your sanity first. You can't be worrying about what he thinking, or, oh, why is he reaching out to me? Like, I understand it might seem like, yeah, he reaching out to me, he want me, da-da-da, but he might not want you for the right reasons. He reach out, do not respond. Get used to your new reality. Like I said before, after a breakup, it's like your world changes. You have to get used to this person not being in your life anymore. And I know it's very hard. It's very hard, especially if you've been in a long-term relationship. It can be really, 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 really hard, but it's just something, it's an uncomfortable feeling you have to get used to. As time goes on, you heal. So time heals, and just get used to this new change. And like I said before, find new hobbies. Now it's time to pour into yourself. Figure out what you want and what you need. It's normal to feel uncomfortable and unsure of what to do next, but just know you're going to figure out, and all the answers is within you. And just know you can do this, and just get used to this new reality. My next advice would be to reflect on what you learned from the past, and moving forward, you want to move better and smarter. I say reflect on the past, I mean reflect on what you went through in that relationship. What can I take from this relationship moving forward? The bad and the good. Reflect on the mistakes that you made in that relationship. You have to figure out, is this what I want with my next partner? Do I want a partner like my last partner? If that's a no, you need to figure out what you do want. That's really, really important, because you don't want to be going into your next relationship with another person, and that other person got the same characteristics as your last partner. I feel like that's kind of a red flag. So if your current partner is reminding you of your ex-partner, that's a red flag. You need to get out of that relationship, and you need to figure out why you're getting into the same relationships with different people. That's a red flag, and you need to figure that out, and figure out where are you going wrong at. Fix it and attract a person that's way better. Do not be in a rush to hop into a next relationship, because at first, like I said, it feels uncomfortable not being in a relationship anymore. But this is where you have to feel comfortable being single. This is the time to pour into yourself. This is the time to level up your life, not just physically, but mentally, spiritually. Appreciate your singleness. You don't have to put nobody's feelings before yours. How beautiful is that? Like, I don't have to wake up worrying about why you're mad today. So this is the time to really pour into yourself. Go shopping, celebrate yourself, celebrate everything that you just been through in the past. Learn yourself, be happy with yourself, do a lot of self-work, live life, flirt with people just because you can without any strings attached. Like, appreciate your singleness for as long as you can until you get into a next relationship, because relationships should help you grow, and we all know relationships come with its own problems and, you know, other stuff. So we all know being in a relationship is a partner thing. So whatever y'all go through, y'all gotta work on it together. And being single, you don't have to worry about being that person right then and there. You could just worry about how you're feeling today. What do I need today? What do I want to do today? It's all about you. It's your world, literally. You don't have to worry about anybody else, except for obviously if you have kids or whatever. But besides that, it's literally your world now. And it's like, it's my world. Like, it don't get better than that. Of course, we all love the lovey-dovey, kissy stuff, and that's cool, but just know eventually that will come again. And waiting for the right person, that's really important. Waiting for the right person. Do not rush to get back into a relationship, because sometimes rushing, you can attract the wrong people and get into a situationship that you don't even want to get into, and all you wanted was love and affection, and all you wanted was intimacy. And it's like, you got that, but the person itself really not it for real. Your love will come again in the future, and just know you got this. You are strong. If you're going through a breakup right now, you are strong. It's not the end of the world, baby. When I was going through my breakup, I thought it was the end of the world. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm like, I don't know how the I'm gonna get past this, but I'm trying to tell you, God, he helped me. I'm forever thankful, and can't wait for my next partner to just be everything I want, you know? Just focusing on yourself, the best things you could do for yourself, and not worrying about what your ex-partner is doing. Let them live their life and you live your life. I know what I'm saying is a lot, but all this takes time to like ease into, so don't rush the process. Go through the emotions, feel what you gotta feel, and just love yourself first. Love yourself first. That's you're your first priority now. So love on yourself first, so you can attract the right partner in the future, and you can just know what to look out for. Focus on yourself so you become aware of things that you never knew was there in a person. That's all I gotta say. And that's the end of this video. So what I want to say is, I love you guys. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Do them 3 things. And make sure you share the video with anybody who's going through a hard time. Breakups are not easy. Breakups are probably like top 3 things that's hard in life, okay? Breakups is a bitch, okay? And it's definitely something you can overcome, so it's not the end of the world. And like I said, talk to God, pray to God. Just know that God got you. Make sure y'all comment below and let me know if, you know, it helped someone. And yeah, I'll see y'all soon. Stay gorgeous. Bye.